I really enjoy showing in Garden Grove. These houses are beautiful.
It's a beautiful city. Did you recognize we're right around the corner from Bob and Angie's old home?
Yeah, the one we sold on Lamplighter.
Yep, it sure is. You know, it's been a couple of months since they moved. I'm sure they settle in by now. Why don't we stop and see the house?
Yeah, we'll drive by the new house on Stanford on the way to the next showing.
And we'll stop and say hi.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Definitely one of the prettiest houses of the year.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Oh my. Hey, you guys!
Hi, come on in.
How are you? Good to see you.
How are you?
How you guys doing? Good. Well, thank you.
We're still settling in, but we're
You guys
loving
have
it.
done so much already.
Yeah, we're
So
trying.
paint-
We're working on it.
So, I gotta ask you a question.
Sure.
I know this was so scary to get that process going. My question is, was it really as scary as you thought it was? Now since you're done it all?
Yeah, no, it was actually not scary. You know, I think through the process, we needed to really trust the process.
Right.
And you kept telling us that quite a bit, right? And we kept coming back on that. But we did have a couple of days where it's like, oh, are we doing the right thing? Are we not?
Right.
But in the end, everything worked out really well.
Now you get a whole room for your records.
Garage.
Would you show it to me?
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
You gotta check it out. Come on.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you'll love
Look
it.
at this. Oh
This is
my gosh.
This is my passion here.
It's a full-on record store.
Yeah, I got the cabinets made.
This
Of
looks
all of them are here.
This is a killer project.
Yeah, this whole thing with the record room, with the records and speakers set up is going to be my main
This
project.
is unreal. Speaking of projects, at the last house on Lamplighter, what kind of projects did we do before we put the house ready, like on the market?
I remember we painted the door an orange, beautiful orange, and everybody always would comment on that. We also redid some of the gates on the side.
Right.
We put brand new upgraded gates to go into the backyard with the pool and
Right.
things like that.
So I gotta ask you, why did you guys decide to move?
You know, Nahid, it was, as you know, it was something that we weren't really thinking about. But then, this whole thing that's going on in the world with the pandemic and then having to work from home 100% of the time, the boys now doing distance learning, we just needed more space. So it just made sense to start looking for something that would allow us to have that space that we needed to comfortably do the things that we were needing to do. And then we started hearing about the interest rates and thought this might be a good time to start looking into moving and then giving us the space that we needed.
So I would tell you from my perspective, because the agents are reaching out to us, giving us feedback,
Yeah.
I think that burnt orange front door with the plotted plants was a complete game changer. The curb appeal really popped. So when the buyers pull up, it's just this wow factor, and they just walk into the house so positively.
It was really cool. I'm glad that worked out that way for us. Everything was perfect. It helped.
Yeah,
So
you
that was
nailed
cool.
it. You nailed it. Can we play one of these?
Yeah.
You got
You like Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, my
Cool.
favorite.
Let's check it out. Yeah. Oh, this is excellent. You'll love
This is actually my second favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
Our old
This is
home
the
was a
indoor room.
3-bed.
Hopefully
It
it
was.
doesn't go away.
Yes.
Hopefully Angie doesn't make you take it
This
away.
is so nice.
Right here. I got it set up.
Well, I remember when you called me and you said, Nahid, we're thinking about it. And I remember that day as right now, when we sat down together and figure out financially, where can we do? And one of the things I always go over with my client is what is the outgoing as far as expenses and the financial? If it is your mortgage payment, your car payment, the credit card, and then we really look at it with the interest rate being so low.
Right.
You can actually get a bigger home and the payment not so much different. And if we need to pay off a credit card or we need to pay off a car, then you gained the beautiful home and still be comfortable with, your mortgage payment.
Yeah.
So I remember we gone through that and you wanted to let me think about it, let me figure it out,
Yeah, I know we talked about that in detail, and as we looked at interest rates and the money that was going out of the house, after looking at it in detail with you, it just made sense.
sellers generally have a hard time letting strangers in to show the house. And for us, it was even more challenging because it's like right in the middle of COVID. So how did you guys deal with, letting people in? How do we feel about that?
It was different because of the timing with the COVID.
Right.
Angie, it was personal having people come into the house.
Of course.
But it's part of the process, we understood. And you guys, I think you did a great job with the setting up, with the scheduling, making sure when we couldn't show it, it wasn't being shown.
Right. Right.
So it went as well as I could possibly imagine given the circumstances with COVID and everything. So the good news is we had a buyer like in the first day.
Yeah, that was a blessing.
Yeah, so we went through I think 3 days.
Of showing.
3 days of showing only with a buyer on that Thursday.
Right.
So it was relatively painless.
So honestly, the one thing is though, it was going through my mind is, can we live without the pool? Because that was something you had in the old home.
Yeah, it was hard to give up because we did have it in the old home and we loved it. We took advantage of it. The boys loved swimming in the summers, and even honestly in the fall, winter, we also, continued to take advantage of it. But then when we started looking at homes and we found this home, the yard, a park right in front of our house, the boys take full advantage. They're out there playing basketball, riding skateboards. It was a beautiful fit for our family. So we missed the pool, but the beach is not too far away from us. So why don't we have a seat?
Yes,
Let's sit down.
please.
I'm very grateful, and I want to make sure that it was safe. So you guys felt safe with everyone coming in, mask and gloves.
Yeah, at that time it was the COVID was pretty hot and heavy.
Right.
People were concerned, but there were guidelines set. You guys set guidelines. The realtors, they abided by them. I was never that concerned with that. I mean, it sounds weird, but
right.
Everybody played by those rules, and it went quick because you guys had a buyer for us. So that was the other main thing, is that it was only a couple of days, so it was great.
I couldn't have asked for
Yeah,
anything better.
it really was a non-factor, to be honest with you.
Good. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And it brought us here to the new record room.
In our house, and
Look
I
at
could
this.
play my records.
Yeah,
so
let's
we're
check
cool.
it out.
Yeah.
Do you think the sound, do you really enjoy the sound of vinyl a lot more than
10 times better.
than CD
10
or
times
even
better.
digital?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's definitely warmth, and it's different. It's different. So.
That's
I wanted to say, was there anything you expected it didn't happen, or was there anything you wish it would have done any different than what we gone through?
That's a really good question. As I think through it, the process worked seamlessly. I know you and I spent a lot of time when we started talking about doing this, and you sat with us and spent, I think, 3 to 4 hours just walking us through the process and letting us know what to expect. We were in the unique situation where we were selling our home, but also buying our home. There were a couple of days that it was a little nerve-wracking, but everything that we expected or that you shared was going to happen, was exactly the case. Your team did a fantastic job in being at the ready all the time to, provide guidance, to answer questions. As we were doing, home showings, walking us through those pieces, as we were looking at this home and making sure that we were securing this home, walking us through that as well. I think the only, scary piece for us was the potential of not getting into the area that we wanted to get into, because it was important for us to stay within the area. But you fought. You got us in, and it was never a question whether we were going to get into the place that we wanted to get to. And you got us into this home without question.
Thank you so much. Honestly, God is amazing. And one of the things I always share with my client is, we pray about it, and if it meant to be for us, it will be us, and God will provide it. And I remember those late nights when we had the conversation. It's like,
that's right.
We'll continue praying, and God will let it happen.
And it surely did.
Let's check out the yard.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Check it out.
Look at this beautiful garden.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
This was the beautiful backyard.
Yeah.
I always, when we came here the first time, I
Yeah.
said, this is such a beautiful, beautiful backyard. And I know you wanted to putting that fence down and making it a little bigger.
Expanding out, I don't know what exactly we're going to do, but we want to do something. We love what we have here.
So I gotta ask you guys that question. What advice would you tell to a family looking into selling their home and buying a bigger one? Just about similar to what you guys just gone through.
You know, I think for me is, you know, trust the process and trust the team. You know, we spent a lot of time with you talking about what we should expect throughout the journey, and you painted the right story.
You had laid it out for us and told us, don't worry, the timing's going to be right. It's going to be seamless. Don't stress about that. You kept us calm through that, so that was good.
So I think it was trusting in all of you, and so trust the process and ask questions.
Well,
thank you.
We're super grateful for you guys and so grateful that all this worked out, and it's sort of the season of gratitude. So what are you guys grateful for this year?
I gotta say the house. You know, we're grateful to have this fantastic new home. You know, it gives us everything we ever dreamed of. We've got the space to continue to grow, so we're grateful for that. But you know, first and foremost, you know, grateful for the family, grateful for my husband, grateful for my 2 boys. And as I think about family, I'm grateful for the both of you. You are an extension of the family. You've helped us, you know, make our dreams come true.
I agree. Same thing. Just family. For the memories we'll have here, I don't think we plan on leaving here. And very,
for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. Very happy. And
Dreams do come true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really.
That's it.
Yeah. Follow us. Where are they supposed to go?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the socials.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
She's
you guys
got it all.
And you gotta subscribe. You gotta share. You gotta like. And what else?
Comment.
DM.
Tell all your friends.
Share.
Did we say share?
Yeah, we said
Okay.
share.
But follow her.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yes.
Follow this lady. Follow her.